One, two, three.
Hello everyone.
I'm Max from Canada.
I'm Sujy from Thailand.
Welcome to our channel. On this channel we react everything German, music, food, anything. And the song Deutschland by Rammstein has been suggested a lot. But I wanted to react to a video that explained the song first because the song is very long. It's a music video. We cannot monetize the video. But I want to react first to the lyric translate and explained by the Dave in Italy YouTube channel to get an idea of what the song is about. And then after we can react to the music video, even though we will not be able to monetize it. If you want us to react to the music video quickly, just tell us and we will try to react as quick as possible. So let's react to the song. I don't know anything about this song, but Rammstein, it's our third time reacting to them now. They are amazing. Always interesting lyrics. Yes.
Let's get started.
Guys in Rammstein have released their first new single since Mein Land on their greatest hits compilation Made in Germany, and that was released in 2011, 8 years ago. So far it's safe to say that their brand new single Deutschland, which means Germany,
right?
provokes many people once again, so in a way nothing new on that end of the line. But, of course, we can talk about the lyrics, what they translate to in English, and how they could possibly relate and fit to what's shown in the highly effed up music video. And I mean that in a good way, honestly. I mean, what a freaking complex and great video that is. Alright, let's talk about Deutschland by Rammstein. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to include snippets or portions of
I
which
know.
can easily other screen. Most 5.5 minutes long track is the use of what I call ping pong statements or parrot vocals. And because they are used very often, they are a trademark element of the song, a part of the song's backbone, I'd say. Till Lindemann sings a word and it's being repeated and played with in the breaks between this and a new word. This becomes apparent right away in the very first and also very distinct line. Du hast, du hast, du hast. You have, you have.
We did react to the song called Du hast. It's the first song we ever reacted to on this channel, by the way.
Du hast.
Yeah.
Which of course is a self-reference to their 1997 hit song Du hast. And as I've already explained in my respective analysis video of that awesome song, the sound of those two words without any other context implies an ambiguous meaning. To cut it short, it could either be understood as Du hast, you have got, or Du hast, you hate. As you can see, the letter
is there a difference between both?
You have got, or to cut it short, it could either be understood as Du hast, you have got, or Du hast, you hate. As you can
pronounce it almost the same. It's really difficult for me to
see, the letter option is spelled differently, but they do sound exactly
the same. Yeah,
they
sound the same.
This
That's what
is
I just
a very
said.
good example of how focused and condensed Till Lindemann's lyricism can be. The second line is a semantic continuation of the first one. Again, we have the parrot vocals, meaning the repetitions in the background. Combined, these two lines mean Du hast viel geweint. You have cried a lot. Im Geist getrennt. Separated within or inside the spirit, meaning mentally separated. Im Herz vereint. Unified inside the heart, meaning emotionally. This contrast between rationality and emotions is a recurring factor in the song, which basically is about Germany and the very diverse history we've been and gone through as Germans.
Wow, those flags are so awesome. All of those flags, right? That we see in old movie, like with those cross on it.
Diverse history we've been and gone through as Germans. I think Till refers to a sort of cognitive dissonance many Germans still have regarding Germany and feeling German. From my experience, many Germans have a hard time feeling something like, well, call it national pride, which is not to be confused with pure nationalism, by the way, or feeling good about being German because of obviously what's happened in the past. This will also correlate with me.
I'm Canadian. Our neighbor South America, they are full of prideness and proudness to be American. In Canada, we don't really have that sense, so I kind of understand what he's inferring to.
Music video. For instance, it shows execution scenes during World War II and the Third Reich, which are subject to much debate on various levels at the moment, and without going into too much detail regarding this, I personally am very sure that Rammstein would never implement such scenes in order to mock victims of the Holocaust, especially considering it's pretty safe to say they rather belong to the left political spectrum in comparison, according to a couple of interviews and especially their own song Links 2, 3, 4, which states this musically as well. I mean, of Links 2, 3.
The potentially offensive image was selected by the band for the beauty of the image, not the politics behind it. Yeah, I'm so confused sometimes that you need to explain to people a song. Like, if you have to explain to people things that are so obvious, it kind of lost the purpose a little bit, so...
I fear,
they shouldn't
which
even
states
explain
this
to people,
musically
like...
as well. I mean, of course it's highly provocative, and that's supposed to be, because, you know, it's Rammstein, after all. Duh. Since Still basically concludes this contrast with Im Herz vereint, I think the lyrical eye likes being German, but they are still aware of what happened and what's supposed to be prevented from happening again. I believe this is pretty much the big meta message of the song as a whole, if you will. It's totally okay, it's totally fine to feel Deutsch, German, but it's also important to know about the past and being aware of that. Next up, he mentions the long history Germany has had. Here's a little short and brief history lesson if you want. The country you know as Germany, Deutschland, today exists like this since 1990. However, there were loads of different incarnations of Germany before, also under slightly different names. Apart from long ago Germanic times, which are addressed at the beginning of the video, Till and the band tackle Der Dreißigjährige Krieg, the 30 Years' War, which happened from 1618 to 1648. It very roughly had to do with Catholics fighting Protestants. Another one that comes to mind immediately is Das Heilige Römische Reich Deutscher Nation, the Holy Roman Empire of German Nation, which rather was a cluster of many little territories and regional states than a single big country. And believe it or
Some
not,
of them
it
look like
territories
flags from
and
the
regional states
Scandinavia,
than a single
they look
big
like
country.
other country flags.
And believe it or not,
Look at
it
it.
existed from 962 AD to 1806, so more than 800 years. We should also mention Das Deutsche Reich, the German Empire, which existed from 1871 to 1918. Then we have the Weimar Republic, die Weimarer Republik, which lasted from 1918 to 1933, which was a republic, as the name actually hints as well. And then we have the Third Reich, which lasted from 1933 to 1945 under the reign of Adolf Hitler. Throughout the video we also see certain scenes which seem to be located or take place in an office-like room. This refers to the Stasi, the Staatssicherheitspolizei, the secret police in the GDR, the former Second Germany, the DDR. The way Till looks in this scene also refers to the former GDR president Erich Honecker. As you might know, the Germany we know today was separated into two different Germanys from 1949 to 1990. There was West Germany, the Bundesrepublik Deutschland, and East Germany, the Deutsche Demokratische Republik. And in 1990 they reunified to the Germany we know today. Of course, there's much more I could say about Germany's history and references
think about
made
it. It's not been super long. 34 years look like a long time, but with social media, everything goes so quickly now.
Yeah.
But when you think about it, it's not been a long time. Germany have been through a lot of now it's stable, but it's been through a lot of transformation. That's why when we react to video about North Germany, East, West, South, I sometimes feel like it's 4 different countries. Because the food is different, the way they dress is different. There seems to be a lot of difference, also a lot of similarity, but it's so different depending where you are in Germany.
song itself. But one more thing I'd like to refer to is the Germania. As an old allegory figure, she has portrayed the personified Germany, if you will. Interestingly enough though, the intended meaning of her as a figure has shifted quite a lot during various times in the German history. For instance, around 1848 she was seen as a progressive, positive figure leading Germany into a bright future. She later became more nationalistic during the German Empire, and she was even used for war propaganda in those days. And, of course, in a way it's interesting that the lady in the video is black. I'm personally not too sure what this could refer to, but maybe you've got a constructive clue. I don't think it's about racism and how Germans feel about black people, because when I think of the vast majority of Germans I personally know and that I know of from media and whatnot, they don't have anything against strangers and, well, people with a different skin color or something like that. Not at all. Anyway, coming back to the lyrics. Wir sind, wir sind, wir sind. We are, we are, we are. Sind schon sehr lang zusammen. And then, ihr seid. Have been or are together for a long time now. You are. Dein Atem kalt, so kalt. Your breath cold, so cold. Das Herz in Flammen, so heiß. The heart in flames, so hot. Du kannst. You can. Ich weiß. I know. Wir sind. We are. Ihr bleibt. You stay. Even though these lines only consist of a few words, they are quite cryptic even, or enigmatic, I think. The contrast between
I was not gonna say that it's enigmatic. I was gonna say it's like the yin and the yang. It's like coal and fire. Each person have two sides conflicting inside of themselves. Which in time of war you have your humanity and you have to protect your country, and these two things will clash together.
Again, I'm not too sure, but it could refer to us Germans existing in the here and now, the present, we are, and that we'll also exist in the future, you stay, but maybe in a different way, in a different society, who knows? Neutrally speaking, there are always changes in the way we live, and that's certainly also inherent in culture, and what culture is. On the other hand, it wouldn't be such a strong semantic contrast that way though. The chorus once again depicts the inner conflict some Germans have regarding their national identity and how they feel about being German in 2019. Deutschland, mein Herz in Flammen. Germany, my heart in flames. Will dich lieben und verdammen. Want to love you and condemn you. Deutschland, dein Atem kalt. Germany, your breath cold. So jung und doch so alt. So young and yet so old. If you ask me, very cool thought-provoking lyrics. The end obviously relates to what I've mentioned about Germany's history, and the cold breath could relate to bad or negative things people from outside of Germany sometimes hear about how Germans seemingly are. It basically means to me that there is both light and shadow regarding the way the world looks at Germany and what different groups of Germans have to say these days, and how they tend to voice their opinion. Many people feel positive.
Honestly, I know Germany, Japan were in one side of the war. I've never seen anyone see a negative thing about these two countries. I'm from Canada, right? And I've been to America a lot. I've never seen anyone that have negative thing to say about Germany. Except that like you guys are serious and you have a weird sense of humor. But apart from that, did you hear anything about Germany people say?
No, but hear a lot about Japan. But
Yeah.
maybe I'm not on the other side of
Maybe in
that
Europe
world.
they have a different view
Yeah.
of Germany. But I think in America they don't have anything negative to say about Germany.
Here, and also German in their heart, but we also hear a loudly barking group of people who don't want to or accept a multicultural group of people, a multicultural society in any way, shape or form. Now that I think about cold breath, it could also refer to the Cold War, der Kalte Krieg, during the times of the two separated Germanys which I've just tackled. Either way, the chorus continues as follows. Deutschland, deine Liebe.
Deine
Germany,
Liebe.
your love. Ist Fluch und Segen, is both a blessing and a curse. Deutschland, meine Liebe.
Meine Liebe.
Germany, my love. Kann ich dir nicht geben, I can't give to you. Deutschland, Germany. Deutschland, Germany. Deutschland, meine Liebe kann ich dir nicht geben could refer to people who feel misunderstood in their national pride and how they are, well, allowed to show it, and if they are allowed to show it, they might feel a bit suppressed by others because they might say, oh well, you're a nationalist, and you know, those things. They have a strong appreciation for their country and their culture and, well, their German identity, but they might feel like they aren't allowed to show it publicly. And neutrally,
I'm gonna say it, I think it's self-inflicted. I don't think that it's pressure from other country. I think it's pressure from inside Germany to act a certain way and to not show emotion or pride in a certain way because of what happened a long time ago. But I feel like this is something that the world does not restrict you from doing. I think it's internally, you guys are extremely tough on yourself.
Yeah, I mean, like, the country that lost the war and, like, probably take the blame. Probably
Yeah.
gonna feel something about what happened in the past.
But I think like there's a deeper issue, a deeper like confidence issue for them to still not be able to express things that they should be able to express.
Strictly speaking, this doesn't necessarily have to be associated with bad things. For instance, we all know when the German national football team plays, fans might very well shout something like Deutschland vor, noch ein Tor. Go Germany, score another goal. Now off to the second verse. Ich, du hast. I, you have. Ich will dich nie verlassen. Du weinst. I don't ever want to leave you. You cry. Man kann dich lieben. Du liebst. One can love you. You love. Und will dich hassen. Du hast. And want to hate you. You hate. This is exactly what I mentioned earlier about the sound of du hast versus du hast with a double S. Überheblich, überlegen, arrogant, superior, übernehmen, übergeben, taking over, handing over, überraschen, überfallen, surprising, hijacking. Deutschland, Deutschland über allen. Germany, Germany above everyone. No surprise here, this line is one of the most critical ones for many people, I could assume. It indeed strongly reminds of the historic statement, and I quote, Deutschland, Deutschland über alles in der Welt. Germany, Germany above all.
Germany, Germany above all, the national anthem. Is it still the national anthem or did they change it?
They
Above
should.
everything in the world. This is a part of a verse in the German national anthem we don't sing anymore, and it's
see?
commonly associated with the motto of the Nazi reign as well. Invade and reign hard to be the first, the mighty leader in the world, and be better than everyone else. Oppress them and whatnot. Be above them all, so to speak. The bridge features even more words that begin with the prefix über, above. They translate to this. Du, übermächtig, überflüssig. You, overpowered or superior, and superfluous or unnecessary. Ich, Übermenschen, überdrüssig. I, overman or Übermensch, wary of something. Wir, wer hochsteigt, der wird tief fallen. We, the one who flies high, will fall deep down. Ihr, Deutschland, Deutschland über allen. You, Germany, Germany above all. The lyrical I clearly belongs to the we instead of the you, the others, so I think they don't really agree with the Germany, Germany above everything and all speech. This also correlates with the song Mein Land, which translates to my country, and it's an ironic take on the whole, oh this is my territory, you're not allowed in here thing. I personally think Till has tried to address that there's an inner and an outer, a public conflict between how different Germans perceive their own German identity
Well, yes.
and how they
In the Germany right now, there was people protesting recently, right? About the rise of the fascism, especially I think coming from Eastern Germany, from around Berlin, I think. And there was manifestation because there's a group of people that wanted to meet secretly, I think, to chase some immigrant out of the country. I think maybe he's referring to that a little bit in what he's talking
other
about.
people, how they treat others as Germans in their own society in Germany. All this is also underlined by showing historic events and referring to them, of course in a more abstract and creative way, but hey, and the heavy use of personal pronouns indicating various perspectives not only here, but throughout the
but
song.
it's-
If you want to check out
Well, talking about history is sometimes confusing if you're not really like study, for a long time and go deeper than that. And also like with the different languages, you're gonna need to follow the story. I mean,
Yeah.
especially like when they play with the language, like people like me that I need to read the subtitle, I kind of confusing a little bit. But if I just, listen to the song and also a music video, it's going to make me like more understand.
When we react to the music video soon, we're going to be able to get an even better interpretation and everything. Yes, thank you for the amazing suggestion. No, our dog are going crazy. Please suggest us more. I'm going to put a Rammstein video that we reacted to in the past right there.
Yeah.
And see you very soon.
Bye-bye.